In next 8 minutes, you and I will crack your code for financial freedom. Hey time billionaires, last week I was invited for a panel discussion in LPU University Amritsar. The topic was how to start a business from scratch, how to maximize profits and revenue, etc. But among this interaction, one student named Alin asked me a very simple and interesting question. He asked me, Abu, how did you achieve financial freedom and what would you advise me if I want to become financially free in next 5 years? Now, this question always makes me emotional. I immediately flash back to 2020 COVID situation where both my old parents were diagnosed with COVID-19 during the first wave itself. My mother, she was in ICU and almost on deathbed, while my father was in general ward equally struggling due to shortage of oxygen cylinders. Everything was closed, including my interior design business, and all I was left was with my emergency fund, which finished hardly in 3 weeks. Things were getting worse, my business was on the brink of bankruptcy and closure, and finally, to complete the medical treatment of my parents, I had to borrow money from my relatives and close ones. Now, if you know me, I am coming from a very mediocre family and lack of money was not something which was new for me. We often used to borrow for even the basic requirements, but seeing my parents in such vulnerable situation, I decided that things need to change from here. I cannot live my whole life being so helpless. I was already on my journey to financial freedom. But that's when exactly I decided to rush for the financial freedom. I started a journey where I made lots of mistakes, learned lots of lessons, built 2 successful businesses, an Instagram handle with 1 million followers in just 1 year. And now after 4 years of COVID situation, I can proudly say that yes, I am financially free. And today, in next few minutes, I will give you my honest advice that how you can also become financially free in 5 years. But before we begin, tell me one thing. When I was about to complete my schooling, my parents suggested me to join architecture as they saw one of my relatives who went to Dubai and was doing amazing after becoming an architect. Since I was not mature enough to decide at that time, so I simply listened to my parents and joined the course. Very soon, I realized that this is not what I want to do for my whole life. I would not say I hated it, but I never loved it, and that's where I discovered my why. For me, having time to do whatever I want to do and would love to do was true financial freedom, and I figured out that only business was something which will make it possible for me. So even before finishing my college, I started my first restaurant business in Chennai. Though it failed, but my journey progressed, and today I can say that I have justified my why. I am doing everything today which I like doing and I am very happy for it. So similarly, you need to first find your why. But remember, before finalizing your why, that financial freedom is a feeling rather than a reality. Ultimately, after reaching the financial freedom, you should feel satisfied and happy. Your why can be anything, like to live a debt-free life, to own a Mercedes car, start a movie theater, or to travel the world. If it makes you happy, that's it, go for it. And once you have freezed your why, you need to answer the next question. But anyone's why should be achieved with the focus of attaining financial freedom according to me, so that even when you retire to do what you want in life, you will still be at peace. So I asked the LPU University student Alin, what's your target amount and in how much time you want to achieve it for becoming financially free? He was silent for a few seconds and hesitantly he said that maybe 5 crores in next 5 years. He had no figure in his mind and it's really very common. People say random figures like I want to earn 5 crores, I want to earn 15 crores and then I will become financially free. So relax, I will help you in setting this goal and achieving it. What you need to do is to follow this simple GPS trick, which is goal, plan and system. So let's take Alin's goal, which is 5 crore in 5 years, which means 1 crore in 1 year. Now, I know for sure that even the top IIMs do not offer a 1 crore job and this was not even an IIM. So I asked Alin what plans he has to make 1 crore in a year and he was totally confused. He replied maybe he can do some business like a coaching center, and when we discussed a bit more on how much efforts and investment will be required for coaching center, he gave up on his brilliant idea immediately. Clearly, Alin was facing one of the 2 basic problems here. Now, you also will face 2 basic problems when you will move towards your journey of financial freedom, a knowledge problem and an execution problem. As Alin was not able to figure out what plans will take him to his goals, I suggested him a simple solution, which is I asked Alin how you joined MBA, which exam you gave, and he told me that he was qualified for some GMAT or CAT, I don't remember, but I explained him that as you needed some knowledge and eligibility to qualify for MBA, similarly you also need certain qualifications and basic education before you become eligible to move towards financial freedom journey. Since you are not able to tell me even 5 to 6 different plans on how you can achieve your financial goal, so it means you are simply suffering from knowledge deficiency, and solution for this is very simple. Start taking basic actions. Start reading books on business, start listening to business podcasts. If you don't have time, listen to audiobooks on 2x speed when you are doing activities like walking or gymming. See, every child in India plays cricket and he or she wants to become a part of national team or IPL, but we know how few who dedicate their whole life reaches there. It needs the best skill to be there. Similarly, making money is a skill. Everyone wants to be millionaires and billionaires, but similar to cricket, only a few can make it. So start with your foundation first. I will recommend to start with Raj Samani's book Build Don't Talk, and also there's a book called Millionaire Fastlane. You can also hear podcasts of Alex Hormozi and Ali Abdal. And if you have already read all this stuff, listen to all the podcasts, then you are suffering from another basic problem which is called execution problem. For that, read this book $1 Million Weekend, and without thinking anything, just do every single step mentioned in the book. Believe me, you will change in next 1 week. Now, having understood the money part, next you need to do is, few years back I used to be very fat of almost 110 kg. Though I was working on business, doing all the mental gym, but it took me very long to realize that actually health is wealth. Due to all late night hustles, I developed kidney stone which got so bad that I was admitted to hospital, and that's where I became serious about my health. But I would suggest you to keep this sorted from the start. Go to walk, jump, do cardio, gym, whatever you like. Just be active. Enjoy your hobbies and give as much as time to build good relationships in life, because money is ultimately just a psychological and social construct. Ultimately, it's the human touch and love we all crave for. But yes, you should definitely do the next thing, which is, when I started my business initially, I used to take days to decide even simple things like what font and color I should use on my business card, what should I keep the working time of my office, whether I should buy a vehicle for company or hire a taxi and whatnot. And I understood that it was all happening due to my problem of overthinking. It was really stagnating me. Progressive thinking like analyzing and planning is always welcome, but I was wasting a lot of time in regressive thinking as well. So how did I overcome this problem of overthinking? If you want to know, simply write think in comment box and I will make a dedicated video of steps I took to eradicate myself from overthinking. So stop overthinking, stop scrolling mindless reels, stop watching TV, and stop all such things which are not helping you in your goal of financial freedom. And you won't do these mindless activities if you hang out with people who do yoga, you might become flexible. If you hang out with people who eat healthy, you might become fit. Similarly, if you hang out with people who wants to make a lot of money, chances are that you also will make a lot of money. So it's really important to notice that 5% you're spending time with are someone who aligns with your goals. They can be even some YouTube channels whom you spend maximum time with, or like me, it can be your 8 or 12 years old niece as well. Yes, I spend a lot of time with them as I learn many new stuffs on phone and technology from them. Younger generation is always cool to spend time with. You learn a lot. And lastly, so after hearing all this advice, Alin, our MBA guy, he was feeling a bit anxious. Like, how would I ever achieve financial freedom? How would I be able to read and learn so much from scratch? So I told him, just relax. Though you have set the goal in terms of money, but the real goal is enjoying the journey. The journey of becoming that person whom you will become once you reach the finish line. If I talk about myself, when I started the journey, I was a lazy person who never liked to do any hard or challenging work. I wanted financial freedom so that I can just sit, eat and relax. But guess what? Now, when I have achieved my financial freedom, I keep looking for challenges and hard work more. People ask me to slow down and rest, but I just keep hustling. You will understand it's a journey of evolution, becoming a new person, and believe me, it's worth it. So friends, this was my honest advice to someone who wants to become financially free. If you take actions and follow all these steps diligently, I assure that you will be financially free in next 5 years. And yes, remember, if you want to know how I overcame my overthinking problem, do write think in the comment box. Till then, stay happy, stay rich, bye.